Hey guys, and welcome to my next live come Sunday. So today I'm going to be doing the Kalphite Queen. This was requested a couple of weeks ago. I've just seen it in the comments and it's one I haven't done. But I will be doing DKs next week, and that's been thumbs up lots of times. And I'm going to go to DKs and I'm going to try to do it without looking at a guide. And it should be really funny for you guys because you're probably going to see me get fucking owned. Why the fuck did I just tell you here? I have no idea why. I have no idea. It gives me a little boost. I don't know if that works in the desert or not, but yeah. That's a bit of a different location, isn't it? I need the desert. So I'm going to be doing the Kalphite Queen. I'm going to discuss pretty much the Dungeoneering skill in general. Now, please post in the comments for next week's what boss... I know I'm going to do DKs, but please post in the comments what topic you want me to discuss next week. Because I'm not really been getting... I didn't get really that many posted last week for suggestions. So please make sure you do. And please thumbs up any topics you want me to do, because I need to see which ones you want. And I've seen like a few posted that no one's thumbs up, so I'm like, okay, clearly no one wants that. Only that one person said it, you know. Obviously I want to do it. I need topics because I need one to do every week. So please make sure you type it. So Kalphite Queen. Now this is a bit of a background story about the Kalphite Queen. It was released a long time ago, and it's still today one of the hardest bosses. I mean, its accuracy is insanely high. It can hit like 300s repeatedly, and it's insane, to be honest, how much damage it can do. And this is divine. There's a revelation when coming to this boss, because it really is just gonna reduce that damage, because no matter how good your gear is, it can still hit so high through it. But as you can see, I've got full torpor for when I'm doing the first phase, and then I'm going to switch to a range setup for doing the second phase, which is optimum because it does pray. Right, so I'm going to overload first and perennial flask. I'm going to actually brew a bit here. Right, and then let's go. So Dungeoneering, when it was released, oh my god, come on. Like, it was kind of interesting because it was something completely different to what anyone had ever seen before. I mean, there's nothing in RuneScape that's even remotely similar to what Dungeoneering is. Oh, can you see my run running out? That's very annoying. Get rid of this stupid Guardian, for fuck's sake. So annoying. What? Lag. Great. If I die right now, oh thank god. I want a claw spec, but I'm freaking lagging. So let's switch that up. Go, go, go! Right, so yeah, Dungeoneering was something completely new to RuneScape, and I mean, everyone was like, this isn't a skill, this is a minigame. And really, to be fair, Jagex know it's a minigame. It is not. It is nothing like a skill, is it? I mean, I think they say Dungeoneering is the art of learning the law of Diamondheim or something like that, and I guess that makes a bit more sense. But it's completely, to me, it's not a skill. I mean, you're teaming up with friends. Skilling, you don't really team up with people. I mean, you have to find a team and you have to raid a dungeon floor and kill bosses and stuff. I mean, it's combat. It's more combat than anything in Dungeoneering, and that still is my view today. I mean, I've always liked the Dungeoneering skill. When it first came out, me and my friend duoed it all the way up to about 70 to 80ish, and I really enjoyed it. It was, to be fair, that is one of the most fun times I've ever had on RuneScape, when duoing it to that level, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And to that level, we just messed around. We didn't really go for full fast flows. So it took away a few days. We just no-lifed it and did quite a lot. I mean, we had fun just messing around. Every time we seen a primal warrior, it's like, oh my god, I want the Promethean legs that's gonna drop, and then it dropped like a prom plate, and we're like, holy shit, I want that! And you can imagine just us on Skype having fun like that. It was with a good friend, so we both did it, and we played a lot while we did it. I have to say it was really enjoyable. So I'm doing KQ, so I'm actually gonna hop in between kills because the time is 4 minutes. So I'm gonna pause it in between hops so that you don't have to sit through that. Right, so just hopped. And so yeah, I got 70 with my friend duoing, and as I said, it was one of the best times ever. And I did a few larges from about 75 to 80. Started to learn how other people were training it, and at that point it was so early in the day, people didn't realise rushing was better. We were going through the dungeon, clearing every room, and it was incredibly safe. No one died, pretty much. I mean, since you was clearing every room, you stayed together as a team as well. We never, like, split off and did paths separately. and you stayed together, everyone together, all 5 people, and you'd never die because 5 people in one room, you're not going to tank much, one or 2 creatures, and you'd literally have enough food all the time because you're killing a lot more creatures, you're going to get more food drops, etc, etc. So you can see exactly why it worked, and obviously you do actually get more XP per floor like that, just it takes a lot longer. I mean, floors are upwards of 45 minutes, and that's an awfully long time. I mean, people might still in the low level worlds get that when it's not a very good team, but doing the rushing method, you should always get under half an hour if you're at least a decent team. And if you're getting under half an hour floors, not really too much to complain about. Until unless you're like in the pro world and you should be getting like 20 minutes and under in the pro world. So, but that's the truest difference. I mean, back then it was taking ages. Me and my friend, you can't do large duos. So we were doing mediums. We did a lot of smalls as well, but we mainly stayed mediums. And even the medium would take, I think, we didn't have the timer at the top left and back in them days. That was only added not that long ago, really. I think it was early 2011 it was added, possibly when the warp floors came out, which was probably late 2010, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'd be quite interested on the DG finale coming out. I mean, remember if it was February 2010, before Dungeoneering release, there was a little event that happened to everyone. I think it was probably February the 10th or something like that. Everyone just had a red mist. They got lifted up, turned around, and dropped back down. And everyone was like, what the hell? But obviously we learned this power came from within Diamondheim. And at the bottom of Diamondheim supposedly was where this power came from. And to this day we still do not know what it is. Until we get the Dungeoneering finale, which should be possibly sometime this year. So hold on while I hop. Right, so back again, and I can't remember what I was saying already. It's completely gone. I planned on remembering as well, so I could carry on, but oh well, completely failed. Just need to overload up because poison. Drink the Sunfew serum. So you take a couple of hits just even getting to the KQ because it's got a long range on its attack. Need to get this claw spec underway. So yeah, I love the fact you can soul split flick, and I do it with claws all the time. So obviously Dungeoneering has changed, and it's went from taking the longest possible route, which is actually how Jagex intended the skill to be trained. And back then, actually, at first, my first ever lodge, I know I found a forum team. Like, there was a few people who actually posted on the forum for teams, because back then people there wasn't an official world when it came out, and there was a few worlds that people like kind of picked out and things, but there wasn't really any there. And then 117 started building. Like, I remember when 117 built and it was packed. All the high level Dungeoneers were there. Like, I think it was Skiller Skiller something. I can't remember his name. Right, he was the first to get oh shit. Brew. Skiller something was the first to get. I can't remember. It was a number, but I can't remember. Skiller 703. That is the one. I think he was the first to get 99. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. However, like all him and the other high level Dungeoneers all did 117 because it was the only world, and back then no one was really too good at Dungeoneering. I was one of the first at 80 though. I think I was in the first 200 to get 80. I think I was about rank 110. And back then though, I was using tokens on XP. It was this early that people didn't really know the chaotics were that good. I think a few people did and bought them, but not many people realised that they were going to be like the best weapons in the game. But I guess I should have done. I just think possibly I forgot to pre-range. That's why I'm getting wrecked. Pre-range when you're in Pernix, you got mage defense. What am I doing? Fucking up big time. Just used a lot of brews there. My bad. But yeah, so not many people really knew how to DG, and obviously, as I've said, everyone was doing the long method. And I guess I kind of enjoyed it. It was more relaxed. It had the good elements to it, that it was an easy sort of train, and people enjoyed it. But I mean, the fact that I got 80 like that, very easily, just dueling with a friend, means anyone can do it. I mean, anyone can go in and get 80, and you should just pick a friend who hasn't started Dungeoneering as well, and go and do it. So hold on. So this time I remember what I was talking about, and I was talking about getting 80 Dungeoneering. Now, it's very daunting. I know what people think of it, and it's like, oh god, 80 is so hard because you can't get larges. Now, obviously the fastest way would be to get larges, and it really would. But if you just do it the way I did it, it is not bad at all. Just, it might take you a bit longer, but it's certainly more fun. Just getting a good friend and doing some floors. You can get, if you can, it learns the dungeoneering skill as well. You learn like little ins and outs. Oh god, that's too late to switch to claws, wasn't it? This time I switched to range crit. Yeah. So I killed that really fast there. Holy shit, I freaking wrecked it. I know C-Maul is the best thing for this, and because it's weak to C-Maul, it's weak to crush anyway. But obviously, having a divine is a big, massive advantage. So using rapier, I think, seems a better way to last a while. Because I'm trying to live pretty much on uni here. I've only took a 5 brews or 6 brews. This seems a good method to kill him. See, there's not really a good method to kill Key. There's no real guides on killing at high level because just no one does it. So I have been trying different things out. I think Storm of Armadale works better than ranging, but I don't have a Virtus set at the minute. And you need the life point boost because that really, really helps. So getting 80 Dungeoneering, really just do it with a friend. You surely know someone else who hasn't got it and wants to get it. Rune Chin Body, woot. Bank loot. I am going through my brews faster than I thought, really, though. So yeah, I told you this thing's powerful. In fact, I'm in this top end gear and getting wrecked. For 80 Dungeoneering, really, you can get it. Anyone can get it, and I'm sure you've got one good friend who you can just do it with. You can start from even level 1 together and just do some floors. I mean, I found it fun, and it's doing something new. Doing it with a close friend as well, it's a bit different. Like, to train with a friend as well, it's just someone you're close with, someone possibly you know IRL, someone you speak to on Skype a lot, and you just can have a massive laugh while doing it. Take your time over it. It's nothing to be rushed into. So I really just recommend trying to get 80, because getting that chaotic is amazing. And once you're 80, it is a lot faster. You will start to access like higher floors and higher prestige. But hold on while I hop. Right, so I just want to say a few memories. Like when I did it with my friend, it's my friend Jack, and I remember we'd never seen the bosses before. When we unlocked the new boss, it was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, don't know how to do. And there was very little information on the Rune Wiki, so we were just kind of reading. There was some, but it was very limited, and it was like, it's hard to understand from written text and how to do a boss as well. So we were always like just going into it. It was like a new boss. Like, oh, why am I switching to Torva for? That's a bad move. And so we were like going into each boss like, and it's a new boss like every 2 levels or something. Wait, it's not every 2 levels. That's an overestimate, but quite a few number of bosses. Why haven't I got Divine on? Holy shit. So it was, I loved it. And I remember one boss, I think it's the Night Gazer, the one that you've got to light the things around the room. And that one, it does a special attack where it hovers in the air and slams down, and if you're within melee distance of it, it flings you to the wall and you get damage for like 700. And obviously we were doing mediums and we wanted to survive, because obviously you lose XP if you die. So we were trying to best to survive. And like, we were so close to the end, but we were both gonna die really. And my friend decides to take one for the team. He's like full HP, like 1 food left, and he has Venge runes, because back then we always made Venges. I don't know why, it was just fun to Venge in Dungeoneering. And we'd Venge like the Primal Warriors because they'll hit so hard on you. And he decided to Venge the special attack which hit 700, which should have KO'd it. And the Venge just didn't work, and he just got wiped out and died. And it was just absolutely hysterical. I mean, just things like that. It's just such little things that you and your friend can just find hilarious in Dungeoneering. And it's just everything. It's fun to do with a friend, and that's the best thing with Dungeoneering. You get to socialise. Like, obviously it isn't a skill. I don't agree it's a skill, but it's something that I enjoy doing, and hence why I'm 132 mil XP. And I know I'd talked about Dungeoneering a lot in the last video as well, but just like to continue the topic really. So obviously the Dungeoneering finale is when we'll find out about the strange power. And I mean, they are taking that. I have to agree. I don't think they're doing a very good job with that, because they're taking so long over it. It's like the skill came out, I think it's 2 years ago. I think it was March 2 years ago it came out, and they still haven't told me the full story, and that's very disappointing. but also the Dungeoneering finale is going to be in the form of a saga, which means it probably won't have a 120 Dungeoneering requirement, and effectively it's going to be floor 61, and everyone was expecting it to require 120 Dungeoneering, and I don't know, but I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't. I'll carry on after a hop. Right, so just hopped. So as I was saying about the 120 Dungeoneering requirement for the finale, I was kind of hoping it would be there. Now I hope there's something extra, like an extra reward, or you know how the sagas have abridged and unabridged. Now if you could only, I think it's the bridged version is doing the full thing, and there's abridged, and I think that's not doing the full version, and unabridged, which is doing the full thing. Now I hope you can only do the full thing if you have 120. So I hope you only get the rewards if you got 120, but you can also find out the Dungeoneering lore if you don't have 120. I think that'd be acceptable, because I know 120 is a very high skill requirement for content to release. So that's I guess why they're doing it, because they want more people than, like, I'm not sure how many people have 120 Dungeoneering. I know it's probably quite a lot by now, but it's a minority. There's not too many people who do have it. So it makes sense why they wouldn't want to do an update aimed at just them. So I understand why they're doing it, and the sagas so far though, I didn't think too much of them. For liking Dungeoneering, I think the first one I just hated because it has the element of switching characters, and I just can't stand every time they do that. They did it in one quest and it was just an absolute nuisance. I mean, the system of it just didn't work very well, and it's just so complicated. I mean, I don't enjoy that. I'd prefer to just control one character, and that's why I didn't like the first one. The second one I can't even remember, so it wasn't very memorable. The third one though was decent, because all you did was pretty much kill Dungeoneering bosses, but you had this super hard guy called Fuck, and he was just completely stupid, but he's insanely strong. So you'd hit massive hits, and you'd think everything else was stupid, and you'd see like a boss and it'd just be called some stupid name and another completion escape. And they all come for stupid names like stupid, and the keys are like stupid wibbly thing for like a triangle or whatever. And it was quite hilarious doing that. Did enjoy that. But hopefully the finale isn't a letdown. People have been looking forward to it for ages, especially like the Comp community, like who all have 120 Dungeoneering, or anyone else who has 120 Dungeoneering. Been looking forward to it for quite a while. But I need to hop again, so one sec. So just hopped again. Now I'm kind of running low on supplies now. I think this might be my last kill for the video, so let me know. Do let me know your views on Dungeoneering, because I know it's quite a hate. Yeah, either love it or you hate it. I seem to kind of notice it, and a lot of people don't have a chaotic, and I recommend getting one. It is worth it, and if you do enjoy doing it with a friend, go for it. Like seriously, sitting there with a whip or whatever other weapons you have, it's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, you need a chaotic rapier at least nowadays. Any teams you go bossing with, you're going to need one. So I recommend getting it. It's an amazing weapon. The stats of it compared to anything before, it's just something special. And Dungeoneering is a unique skill, and I recommend everyone to try it, and at least try to get to a decent level. Getting 99 doesn't take too long. And if you get 99, you get a number of chaotics, and you should get pretty much all the ones you need. To 99, 13 mil XP, that's 6 chaotics. And that's going to be your staff, maul, rapier, your chaotic crossbow, staff if you want it, or one of the shields. And you know what I mean? You get quite a lot out of it for the tokens wise, and it doesn't take too long to get 99. It might be a bit of a trek, because if you want to do it with larges with everyone, it's going to take a while to get teams. But if you get good at it, and you start to make friends, and when I got 80, like, I didn't get a chaotic at 80 Dungeoneering because I had no idea. I got like a bone crusher and spent the rest on XP. So I had to get to like 87 Dungeoneering to get a chaotic. And when doing that, that was when Pro Dungeoneering started to come out. You had a World 53 clan, can't remember, World 53 DG I think it was called. Just something like that. Also, clans weren't in RuneScape then, it was just the friends chat. And everyone in 53 was like a pro Dungeoneering. I think you had to be 80 or something. It was a low requirement, but lots of good Dungeoneers there. And I remember I made one good friend, I can't remember the name, but I did like all my largest with him getting my rapier. Because back then as well, everyone thought CLS was amazing. Everyone tried to get CLS, and damn, I didn't get a drop again. My luck at Kalphite Queen sucks. I wish I could get something really badly. Why is there a drop on the floor? There's a red dot there. What was that? Oh, my diamond balls. That was almost invisible. I don't know why. I'm going stupid. Don't know why I looked at that, but yeah, I got Chaotic Rapier, and I was going against the crowd. Almost everyone got CLS. Everyone was like, oh my god, look at them stats, it's absolutely beast. And everyone was like, CLS owns Rapier everywhere. And then it just slowly, over a few weeks and months, everyone realised Rapier is amazing. I was like, yes, fuck you, I got Rapier, good fight. And yeah, I was really happy, because I decided to be different and get Rapier. But yeah, so I made a good friend getting 88, and like every day me and him would DG together and do larges, and they were like the first floors that were starting to get good times. And I think there was someone called QP, and I actually did quite a few floors to 120 with him as well when I eventually got 120, which was quite weird because I did a few floors of QP. He always keyed, and we'd always get about 20-minute floors, 25-minute floors. And back then, at the start of DG, that was very, very good. They were top times, and this was before a lot of updates. I don't like the group gate zone wasn't out. Can you imagine Dungeoneering now without the group gate zone? That'd be absolutely insane. That'd be really tough. I mean, if you could go back to that now, you'd have personal gates only, and like back then, that was I guess why you kind of followed the GGS, not the GGS, the leader. Everyone kind of stayed together to do the GDs because of the simple fact that you couldn't just tell you the GT somewhere and then everyone had to tell you the GT to get to a GD. You kind of had to walk places a lot more. You couldn't drag out the whole team to a single place, and you didn't have altars to build up base and stuff. And when the kit first came out, everyone made altars. It kind of stopped though, because in the top teams anyway, because of the fact it's just not efficient to make one. But that's all I've got to say about Dungeoneering, and I hope you've enjoyed this little discussion. I've probably went on for a bit long. That's 22 minutes. How can I go on about Dungeoneering that long? But I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to post in the comments a topic for next week. And I'm going to go and try and do DKs. I'm kind of not looking forward to it because I don't want the embarrassment of dying. I bet it's going to happen, undoubtedly, and I'm going to have to bring a friend with me. Like, not to kill DKs, but to stay at the door so they can let me back in if I die and stuff. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to post a comment saying what you want me to talk about next week. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video, which will probably be the answers to the question and answer special. And also, I want to say it. I made that yesterday with 5.3k subs. I'm already like 5.5k, getting on for 5.6. So you guys are amazing. The rate I'm gaining subs is great, and I'm really thankful for you guys. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys, and see you later.